You're scrolling, drifting through the endless static of the algorithm, waiting for the signal to cut through the noise. Consider, if you will, that you just found the frequency. You've just stepped off the timeline of the everyday, into the space where the forgotten history and the hidden truths finally touch down. There's the story you know, and then there's the airspace we're about to enter. Check your coordinates, because you're heading towards the landing point. Today's story: the Nightclub Daughter. Picture a young girl growing up in the 1930s and 40s. Her childhood wasn't spent playing hopscotch on a quiet suburban street. Her playground was the glittering, chaotic backstage of a booming nightclub. Her father, Lou, was a booking agent and the theater's producer, who eventually opened the legendary Latin Quarter nightclub in New York City. For this girl, the biggest star of the era weren't distant idols on the silver screen. They were just the folks who came in to work for her dad. She watched comedians sweat over their punchlines. She saw glamorous singers complain about their sore throats. But most importantly, she saw her father make millions of dollars and then lose it all, over and over again. The roller coaster of her upbringing taught the young girl two very important lessons. First, she learned that she would have to rely on herself if she wanted real security in life. Second, she learned that celebrities were not gods. They were just regular, flawed, anxious human beings. She took those lessons with her to the working world of the 1950s. She wanted to be a writer, and she managed to land a job on a television network. But in those days, the newsroom was a strict boys' club. The political journalism was reserved entirely for men. If a woman was allowed on camera at all, she was expected to pour coffee, smile, and cover the women interest pieces: fashion, recipes, and social gossip. But our young writer was relentless. If a dignitary or a politician came to town, she would bypass the studio entirely, write them a personal letter, and secure an interview. She hustled her way onto the camera. Even then, men pushed back. When she was finally named co-host of a major morning show, her male counterpart threw a fit. He forced the network to implement a new rule. During the studio interview, she was forbidden from asking a single question until he had already asked 3. She didn't quit. Instead, she took her act on the road. She used her childhood lessons that no one, no matter how famous or powerful, was untouchable. She traveled the globe, sitting knee to knee with prime ministers, dictators, and the biggest movie stars in the world. She asked the blunt, deeply personal questions the men in the newsroom were too polite or too afraid to ask. She broke the ultimate glass ceiling. She signed a $1 million contract, becoming the first female co-anchor on the evening news. The girl who used to watch showgirls grew up to define the modern broadcast interview. Her name? Barbara Jill Walters. And this, whether you realize it or not, is The Landing Point. Thank you for watching today, The Landing Point. Our stories come out Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, so you can always catch our latest story. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Roadrunner Real Estate. They're a full-service real estate company that can help you with both your real estate, residential and commercial needs, both buying and selling and leasing for the commercial side. If you haven't done so already, please go out to our YouTube page and subscribe so you can get our latest stories that come out. If you want our latest updates, please go to our Facebook page and follow and like that. And then for those of you that enjoy just listening to stories when you're out on the drive, we do have our podcast too that you can hear the same stories. Thank you for listening to today's story, and we'll catch you next time.